Hey traveler, Starlight greets you. I'm going to see if I can do another one of these videos where I answer your questions, but do it in one take. The reason why it normally takes me a bit to get videos out is because I have a higher standard of myself. I want to edit it, cut it up, slap on some good music, make sure there's like funny clips in between, and that's a lot of work. So in order for me to get these videos out to y'all faster, I'm going to see if I can do this in one take. I'm sorry if I stumble on my words. My ADHD brain goes a million miles an hour. I'm literally doing this right before work. So, to start, we have Conta Husky. This is the first time seeing this, and honestly, it's adorable. Thank you. And since you said amphibians, do they need to be in water every once in a while to keep their skin moist? So it's definitely helpful if we do, but it's not required. As long as we stay hydrated, we're able to navigate harsher climates. Think Dune, or Arrakis, forgive me, Planet Arrakis. It's a harsh climate. They need still suits, they need to cycle water, things like that. We wouldn't live for long out there unless we had consistent water supply, but there are some dustier planets that Lumexes do thrive on. Splatoon player said there was a problem with my video. Solved that. Let's see. What else we got? Dizzy. Few questions. I've heard of a Discord. I've seen it in your booth, and I think at least it's yours. I loved it to the point I tried hunting for variations, but the only ferality one. So, if you see or want any different versions of the Lumex or any outfits for the Lumex, join my Discord. You'll see that in the description of the video. We've got tons of community assets. We've even got a 90s themed LUT collar. Super, super cool. And for those of you who play Slashco, there's a Slashco uniform. What else we got? Jelly, the Jelly Ducal. I'm glad to see another custom species. I wonder, is there a way that other species can replicate the language, perhaps with their hands? Yes, in my story, there is galactic sign language. Not every species has a mouth or any orifices to speak from, or flashing lights like mine. So they'll need to learn basic ASL for Galactic Standard. Since there is Galactic Common, there's a Galactic ASL. Archive. What is the language that Lumexes use? Luxish. These flashing lights, it does have a written language, Luxish. That language, because it's nonverbal, either comes in two forms, the flashing lights or the written one. And fun fact, the written language that we have is actually in a typeface font. You can download Luxish and type it right now. Pretty cool. Next, we have Fayfox. I absolutely love this species. Thank you. This is an open species. Feel free to make one if you want. Bindi, does your kind come in different body types? Absolutely. Not every Lumex is thin. There are chubby ones, there's lithe ones, there's strong ones, all across the board. What do we got here? Tommy. I just had an idea of a robot or a computer communicating by flashing colors of the four quadrants of the screen. The machine liking the language more than auditory, because some of the more digital natures rather than the analogs of sound. Yes, so if you think of humans, they have billboards, right? And they have text that goes along those billboards. In Luxish, think of an old analog clock where it has those 8 quadrants. There's 4, and those blink independently to make Luxish. It's pretty inventive. Let's see. Does the tail bulb work when Does the tail bulb work when severed or separated from the Lumex? Not for long. It's a bit of a morbid thought, but like humans have hearts, we have tail bulbs. We also have a heart, but we have a life light system. It's like a secondary nervous system that the life light from our tail bulbs flows through. We can't exist without that. Because we live for 500 years, the lifelight in the tail bulbs helps sustain our bodies. So if it was separated, that source would be completely removed, and it would be probably around a minute or two before we would unfortunately perspire. Being amphibian adjacent, do Lumex need to stay damp? Answered that. It's helpful, but we don't have to. Stay hydrated, y'all. So, Steel Justice says, so the end of your tail is not a delectable orange. No! No, the end of my tail is not a delectable orange. I believe I covered this in a recent video, but these tail bulbs are actually, I can get this in frame, hard, like Prince Rupert's drops. Like, really, really durable glass. We use them to whack things all the time. We use them for communication. Really, really social with our use of our tail bulbs. If any of you have any further questions, happy to answer them. And if you follow a friend of mine, Asher the Ace, we may be doing a collab soon. I know he's doing a series on different furry species in sci-fi, which the Lumenax are. So keep an eye out for that one. Until next time, traveler, might guide you.